So we're going to do a video on what to expect if you're getting a German Shepherd or thinking about getting a German Shepherd. So we're just out on a walk, so I'm going to talk to you while we are walking. When everyone falls, your fork still holds your place in your bed, showing no regret. So number one, I would say they have very big, intelligent personalities. German Shepherds, well, obviously they're known to be quite clever, you can train them really well, but what they don't always seem to tell you is with that intelligence comes very big personalities. It creeps me out sometimes, like how clever he is and how much of like an almost human personality he has. For example, one of the things they're known to do is just be very loyal to one person. But even with that person, they can kind of be a bit attitudey, have a bit of sass if they don't agree with you. And that's no matter how well trained they seem to be. He's climbed into a bush to have a wee for some reason. Say we've gone for a walk in the park and he's off the lead and we haven't had a play, and it gets to that time where we'd normally go back home and he'd come back on the lead. Sometimes if he's not done playing, he just decides he doesn't want to come. This is on top of like all his training and everything. He just decides, nope, I'm not doing what you want me to do, and I'm just going to sit here because I can't. So that's not an example of good German Shepherd training. He likes to be very vocal, and that leads me on to number two. German Shepherds are very vocal, whether they are telling you the story of their life, complaining about stuff. They complain a lot. They whinge a lot. Like to tell you when they're not happy with something. Like to complain when they are happy about something. Just likes to complain. And it's a very specific type of complaining. Unfortunately, I'm not doing it now to show you, but they do like to cry a bit, like in that quiet, annoying way that German Shepherds can do. To just kind of tell you, I'm here and I'm giving you my opinion on this. I'll do the serious point next. So obviously every breed of dog has something you've got to be careful about. German Shepherds are, because of how they were bred in the past, they're prone to hip and elbow problems. Breeders are more aware now. Some of them just expect it to happen. That's probably better than to say don't get one and hope it won't happen. It's probably in their later life, if you're lucky, later life going to happen, so you're going to have to do some sort of management of that, whether that's pain management with the vet, just being aware and doing smaller walks as they get more arthritic, putting rugs on the floor, ramps for them to get in and out of the car and off porches and downstairs. Every dog shows pain differently. Some dogs will show it in as if it's stiffness, which people might misconstrue as, oh, he's done a lot, he's just stiff. It could just be, the areas could be just inflamed because they're in pain from the arthritis, from doing too much. A lot of dogs are probably prematurely put to sleep by the vet because they've suddenly gone off their hind limbs and they don't realise it could be just they've had arthritis, overdone it, they've been in pain for a while but been good at hiding it. But the only thing I would say, obviously with German Shepherd, if you're going to get one, it's something to be aware of because it's not just age. If they're struggling to walk and do things, it's not just, oh, they're just getting old. It's a disease that is painful to them, and if managed correctly could make their lives a lot better. Fork still holds your place in your bed, showing no regret.
Favourite mountain bike track in Golfy?
It's got Kai on it.
Oh, it's got Kai on it. I didn't see that. Look.
Maybe you'll chase me. Kai, come on. Tired now. They're really fluffy and they shed a lot, so they need constant grooming, especially from a puppy, because you want them to let you do it when they're older. because if you don't do it when they're young, when they're older, they're probably a lot bigger to stop you from doing things. So I guess from little baby brushing them, touching their ears and their toes and all around them, so they get used to your hands being all over them, so when they've got big tats, like knots in their fur when they're older, they let you get them out instead of growling at you because they don't want you in that area. And it's also quite good not to let their fur get tatty, because it's not very safe to cut those tats out with scissors, because you might cut the skin. So if you're on top of it and you're grooming them, it's all good. We kind of get tumbleweeds all through the house, so we have to hoover like twice a day to like keep all the fluff away. Yeah, speaking of fluff, 5th point, they get really hot. They're a fluffy animal. He is much happier in the cold, so especially on sunny days, we don't want to do too much with him. We don't want him sprinting around more than what we just did. To be honest, we're in Scotland, so it's actually cool temperature, so if this was summer, probably say no to jogging around in a field and just staying in the shade for walks in the early morning, early night, or in heat waves, you know, giving them a paddling pool to splash about in, letting them swim in rivers. We taught Kai to swim really early so that when he did get hot in the summer, he could just go swimming in the lake to cool off. So point 6 is, because I mentioned in point 1 they're quite intelligent, they need lots of mental stimulation, which is just as good when he listens as an hour's exercise is 5 minutes of mental stimulation. So Kai, sit. Good boy. Kai, wait. Come. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Sit. Up. Up. Good boy, wait. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Good boy. It's not great, but we do little bits. Time to go home? Come on.
Come on, we're going home.
Going home now. Come on.
Oh. Bye. Bye then. Oh, well, come on then. We'll leave you behind.
Invincible fans letting everyone know not to trespass, but you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots.
So yeah, obviously there's more stuff to know about dogs in general, but those are my top 6 points if you're thinking about getting a German Shepherd to know. Any questions, or if you think of anything else you want to know, just pop it in the comments below and we will reply from our own personal experience of owning a German Shepherd.